Hello, I'm Luke Hatfield. I'm joined by Shrewsbury Town correspondent for the Shropshire Star, Lewis Cox. We're at the Meadow. Lewis, Shrewsbury Town 1, Charlton 1. Roll back a couple of days to midweek. Shrewsbury Town are conceding a late penalty.
Yes.
To see an equaliser go in. They flipped the script today.
Yeah, they're keeping the press box busy in stoppage time, aren't they? With the late rewrites. Not complaining, for the record. I've been lucky to be at games, and I'm certainly not complaining today because it was in Shrewsbury Town's favour rather than against, which was brilliant and very welcome, because no way did they deserve to be behind and to be losing today. That's 7 times in 7 games in the league this season from 15 that there's been added time goals. So that's 50%, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is the place to be for the late drama.
Basically, don't leave on 85 minutes.
No.
Do not leave 85 minutes.
Are fans allowed to leave early?
I saw some leaving early.
I think they can. They can't.
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting if they're like 6-0 down and you have to stay. But yeah, it's 7. I'd say 7 stoppage time. I think 4 have gone against and 3 have gone for Shrewsbury. But today was a massive one, wasn't it? Ollie Norman's penalty in the 95th minute, great penalty. Stone water on a foul on Dave Edwards, who really did well to win the penalty from. He came off the bench, Dave, and really telling impact, obviously. And like I say, it was just absolutely just desserts, just reward for a good performance and further encouragement under the new manager. That's 3 games now, 2 in the league. I think probably the performance has got better each time, probably. Yeah. And the 2 league games are against 2 top sides in Accrington and certainly Charlton today, who were 4th before a ball was kicked today. And as the lights go up, signs we should wrap it up. Yeah. Town were very, very, very much worthy of the point, but for my money, and certainly Steve Cottrell's, they deserved all 3, which says how far they've come, I think, in such a short space of time. Yeah,
it does. I mean, Accrington game, they arguably, for me, they should have won that. Then today, I mean, we were talking before we came on air, and we were thinking back, and we were like, has Matthias Sarkic had a save to make?
Nothing beyond a routine one from an EK from the angle in the first half.
I mean, other than that, I mean, Town, they were taking the game to Charlton. Admittedly, Charlton had plenty of possession and they got into some decent areas. Yeah. But they never really carved Shrewsbury, even for the goal. I mean, it was very. I mean, for me, it's an own goal. I know there was some debate in the press box. Because it's one of those deflections which literally. I mean, Sarkic is saving it comfortably.
Yeah, I've been seeing a replay of it briefly on video. It's almost heading towards a post. So whether it's on target is like bit of a vague one, really. But yeah, totally unfortunate goal that would have been saved, as you say.
Bear in mind, moments before they were up at the other end of the pitch.
Yeah.
Dan Udo had the ball.
I think, in a nutshell, and we'll get into the nuts and bolts of it more in a sec, I'm sure, but today, I think fans would agree, certainly those here and probably those watching at home as well. There's just been such a stark improvement, a real sort of, it feels just get a feeling from the performance, a shift in belief, sort of courage maybe, confidence.
There's a difference on the sideline, you can tell.
Attitude, shift in attitude, probably fair as well, and that all bodes well. From the sideline, I mean, we'll get onto it again, but Steve Cottrell's post-match interview was excellent, really brilliant. If I was a fan, I'd be wanting to listen to that all night. Really, it was really good, really enlightening, really so passionate, and that's what he is from the sideline. And not that the previous manager wasn't, but when a change is needed, and you can only imagine what he's like in the dressing room. To be honest, Cottrell, he must be, he must be something in terms of motivation to play under. Been a real shift, and a really take real encouragement from this. They haven't got the win they need, make no bones about it. They're 23rd, 5 from safety, with very hard games coming up. They need to end this run of 10 without a win in the league, which is not, obviously not good. Still winless here. So those stats need putting right, which is tough given the games coming up, but there's such an improvement. I think it's evident.
Yeah, it really is, and you kind of touched on it there. I mean, I was speaking to fans after the game, Lewis, and Town, like you said, are 23rd in the table. They've not won here,
No.
But speaking to them, they're all so enthused by the style of play and the football that's being played here. It's purely a matter of time until they break that duck, surely. Because I mean, the way they're playing, they could, like I said, they could have had 6 points from these 2 games.
Yeah, they could have. You know, they've hit the woodwork twice today. Drawn great saves late on from Ben Amos. The late penalty was the least they deserved in front of goal, and I think that's what fans are seeing. They're seeing a more of a willingness to attack, in terms of maybe numbers and in terms of how often. That maybe we weren't seeing for a number of reasons under Sam Ricketts. I think they're probably enjoying the 3-5-2 or 3-4-1-2, which we were speaking about before the game. You look at the personnel, the fact that Mark Pugh came in for a Sean Goss today, which is an attacking switch against Charlton. You know, a 3-4-1-2 is an attacking formation. You know, that's quite a ballsy team selection.
I mean, considering you looked at that Charlton squad, no
exactly.
mugs.
Oh, it's borderline championship squad, isn't it? To be fair, obviously relegated last season. Town fans are right to be enthused, I think, off the back of these 3 performances under Cottrell. Certainly the 2 in the league. I think the manager, you know, quietly, personally, will have taken quite a bit of confidence from these games, and you know, he'll have known he was taking on a tough task, but you know, in these games, in what he's been able to deliver to the players so far. Okay, the players have to go out over the white line and give the performance, but I think how he's managed to lift them already will have given him confidence. He'll know that the games ahead before Christmas are pretty horrific from the Shrewsbury point of view. He's mentioned it there. It's a terrible run of games they've got, really. I think before today they were playing 4 of the top 7 and 5 of the top 10. Really tough. But you know, they showed today, all right, they didn't get the win, but they deserved it, and they could have won it. And if they play like that again, they could win at Hull next week, or they could go and win at Lincoln, and they could quite easily beat Sunderland, who I think lost to Wigan today. So there's that, isn't it? There's take the real confidence, and I think the message up until January, where obviously he can put his print on it all in the window, is that yes, like we've got these hard games coming up now, but let's try and get what we can from them, put the performance in like that, and not get cut adrift. Basically, they're 5 points from safety. Let's not let that gap widen, and you know, let's ensure that we're in. You know, we have a shot and we're in with a chance come the new year, sort of thing. Because it's right to be enthused after these performances, but then it's also, you know, those that look at the table and say, well, hold on, how can you be enthused? You're 23rd, winless in 10, which is, you know, obviously a terrible winless run. But I think there's a lot to be enthused by.
There is, and it's not just team performance as a whole, it's individual performances as well, and players are impressing. I thought Ollie Norburn today was really good, obviously. I mean, Vela was very, very good.
Again.
Matt Miller. Every game I come and see him, and every game I'm impressed by him. I mean, today we kind of highlighted it at the start of the game. He had a real tough task on his hands. The left back for Charlton, the Chelsea loanee, he looked like first 15 minutes looked like he was going to cause Shrewsbury Town all sorts of problems. But I tell you what, he had the better of it.
Miller, and second half stepped it up, hit the bar, so many crosses. You know, I spoke to Steve Cottrell about Miller the other day actually, and he gave me some interesting insight into where Matt Miller needs to improve when I was speaking to him about the possibility of extending that January loan, which I think will be one the club will want to do ultimately, because I think he's showing more than enough. Matt Miller, as you say, but personal performances. Norburn, you know, not just because of his penalty. I mean, he was so unlucky just before the pen.
Oh, what a save!
That 25-yard curler to 1-0 down, almost last kick. It was nestling in. It was going to be a worldy equaliser, just when they needed the skipper most, kind of thing. But Amos has pulled out and a brilliant save. Norburn thinks it's in. He's pulling away, celebrating. Amos has made another fingertip class save from Cummings that looked like it was going in bottom corner. In terms of performances, Norburn, Vela really good again for the second league game running. Best he showed in a Town's shirt since joining in January. Defensively today, Ebanks Landell, I think he's just unfortunate with
Yeah,
that.
that's harsh. I mean, it's harsh to kind of put any blame on him. He's doing his utmost to try and clear it.
Defensively as a whole, the three, I thought they defended really well. Limited Charlton to very little. You know, really tricky operator in Chucksanike, who's a bit of a, you know, he's
causing problems at start.
He's such a powerful front man, isn't he? And Washington's busy, and Gilby, and then Johnny Williams comes on, and Omar Bogle comes on, and the defence coped really well as a three and all individually. So you'll be encouraged by that. And ultimately, I know they're playing the Papa John's Trophy here on Tuesday, which I believe you're coming to again, Luke. But it'll be a much changed side that night. It will. He's got a huge squad. He's got players that need to play, and he will change a number of the 11, if not all of them. Well, apart from the back three, obviously, because there's not a lot of cover, and news that we're just about to cover that Brad Walker's going to be out for a couple of months with ankle ligament injury, which is unfortunate because he's cover for the back three, so they'll stay in. But that aside, there'll be a lot of changes. But the challenge is to keep the performance level up, certainly when they go to Hull next weekend. And you know, Hull should be one of, if not they are, one of the better sides in this league. But Town needs to just maintain what they're doing, just keep, and that'll be the message from Cottrell. You know, you prove you can do it against Charlton. Now go and do all those good things you did today up in Hull, and Town can go there and get something. I'm confident of that. They can put in a defensive performance like today. They can, in all the games under Cottrell, they've attacked well, I think. I think that's why fans are infused at the end of the day. So fingers crossed, before long it brings some league wins.
That's it. Keep calm and carry on, Shrewsbury Town. That's the message
Very
here.
good.
For all the post-match reaction, you know, it's go shropshirestyle.com.